here's a truth that we all need to embrace. Are you ready? We do what we want to do. Right? Now, people say things like this. People say, I want to pray more. You know, if you really want to pray more, you will. Stop kidding yourself. Other people say, I'd like to serve more. I'd like to give more. Well, if you really want to, you will. You see, we all do what we want to do. The only reason that we don't do more things that will allow us to grow spiritually is because something else comes along that we want to do more. And we get our priorities out of order. The bottom line is we all do what we want to do. There's a story told about an Old West mining prospector who rode his donkey into this little cowboy town, and as he was hitching up his mule, a drunken cowboy staggered out of the saloon. And he thought he'd have some fun with this old prospector. And the cowboy pulled out his old six-shooter, and he said, "Oh, man, I want to ask you something. Have you ever danced?" And the old prospector said, "No, son, I don't believe I ever have." And the cowboy said, "Well, I think it's time you learn." And he started firing some shots around the old-timer's feet, and he began to pick up his feet real quick and hop around to avoid the bullets. And everybody standing around on the street, they got a big laugh out of that, but they weren't watching when the old prospector went behind his mule, reached behind his saddlebag, and pulled out a double-barreled shotgun. When the cowboy turned around from laughing with the crowd, he was looking right down the barrel of that old prospector's shotgun. And the old prospector said, "Son, let me ask you a question now. Have you ever kissed a mule?" The cowboy said, "No, sir, but I always wanted to." You see, we do what we want to do. Sometimes we just need the right motivation.